Two former South American soccer officials were convicted Friday of corruption charges at a U.S. trial stemming from the FIFA bribery scandal, while deliberations will continue next week for a third official. A federal jury in New York deliberated a week before reaching the partial verdict. José Maria Marin, of Brazil, and Juan Angel Napout, of Paraguay, were convicted of the top count they faced, racketeering conspiracy. Jurors were undecided on Manuel Berga, the former president of Peru's Soccer Federation. The three had been arrested in 2015. Prosecutors accused them of agreeing to take millions of dollars in bribes from businessmen seeking to lock up lucrative media rights or influence hosting rights for the World Cup and other major tournaments controlled by FIFA. Marin, Berga, and Napout were among more than 40 people in the world of global soccer who faced criminal charges in the U.S. in connection with what prosecutors said were schemes involving hundreds of millions of dollars in bribes and kickbacks. Many of the other defendants pleaded guilty. Their trial ended up being colored by odd twists: an unproven accusation that Berga threatened a witness, a juror booted for sleeping through testimony, word from Buenos Aires that an Argentine lawyer had committed suicide there hours after being named at the trial as a bribe taker, and the surprise testimony of a former member of the Jonas Brothers, an American pop-rock band. Marin, the former president of Brazil's Soccer Federation, and Napout, formerly president of Paraguay's Soccer Federation and of the South American soccer governing body CONMEBOL, were both also convicted of wire fraud conspiracy. But Napout was acquitted of money laundering conspiracy. And Marin was convicted on money laundering conspiracy charges, but acquitted of one charge of money laundering conspiracy. Marin's lawyer said in court he was disappointed by the verdict. The two will be jailed while they await sentencing, though not date has been set. The government's star witness, a former marketing executive from Argentina, Alejandro Burzaco, testified that he and his company arranged to pay $160 million in bribes over the course of several years. Some of the money was demanded by a FIFA official in exchange for helping rig a vote that gave Qatar hosting rights for the World Cup in 2022, he said. "You've seen a lot of paper, some of it quite complex," Nitsa said in closing arguments. "There are cases that present mysteries to be solved whodunits. This is not one of them." Prosecutors said Berga took $4.4 million in bribes, Marin took $6.6 million and Napout collected $10.5 million. The defense argued that the men were innocent bystanders framed by Burzaco and other untrustworthy cooperators angling for leniency in their own cases. Napout's lawyer told jurors the prosecution had failed to produce records of wire transfers or large bank deposits that could prove he was receiving piles of bribe money. "They say cash is king, but where did it go?" said the attorney, John Papalardo. "There was not one penny they could trace to one."